Thank you all for coming tonight to help me with my communication speech. Today I would like to talk about being aware and preparing at least a little bit for the possibility of natural disasters in Idaho. Especially with the winter beginning to roll in, things start to get a little nasty. Natural disasters occur all over the world all the time, with many injuries and deaths with extensive damage to the surrounding area. According to a report released by the Idaho Bureau of Homeland Security, Idaho's most noteworthy natural disasters are flooding, wildfires, and earthquakes. Idaho is a great place to live. However, the forces that make it beautiful oftentimes can result in disasters. Lieutenant Todd Herrera with the Canyon County Sheriff's Office serves as the county's emergency management coordinator for natural disasters. He coordinates responses on the local level. The biggest hazard that we have here in Idaho is flooding, he said, referring to Canyon County's risk of flooding from the Boise River. The highest probability is a windstorm, which happens here most frequently. Wildfires are also a concern in Canyon County, especially north of Parma, north of Middleton, and in the Melba area, the lieutenant said in the Idaho Press Tribune. Those are the types of disasters that cause less damage than more severe events like earthquakes, but are more likely to happen here locally. During a public health emergency, access to food, water, daily medications, and other resources may be limited. Individuals, families, businesses, and communities can prepare for all public health emergencies by following a few simple steps. Number 1, make a plan. You may not be with your family or loved ones during public health emergencies, so decide how you will contact one another. Decide how you will get back together if separated. Decide on a plan for evacuating if needed. Identify an out-of-town contact and make sure everyone can get in touch with that person. Number 2, make a kit. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare states that you should have a 3-day supply of food and water with 1 gallon of water per person per day. First aid supplies, a flashlight with extra batteries, and any prescription medications you and your family may take. And also a battery-powered radio. I would recommend having more than one of these kits around, such as having one in your home and one in your vehicle, because sometimes things happen while we are out and about away from home. And you don't want to have to deal with the fact that you left your only kit of supplies sitting at home 50 miles away when a disaster happens. Here we have my personal bag. Up front I keep my first aid kit separated from everything else. In there I have, just as the Homeland Security recommended, prescriptions that me and my family may need. In the bigger bag I have food, just a little thing of food. In there I also have other supplies that I might possibly need, such as sanitary wipes, rubbing alcohol, everything you use on a daily basis. I would also recommend, if you don't want to use the big bag, using a smaller bag for your supplies, such as this little one right here. Keep in mind that these types of kits can be used outside of a disaster situation. They can also be used just as a precaution while making trips to the outdoors on lengthy road trips, which is what I mainly use mine for. In my bag I also keep some camping equipment. This is a little bowl with silverware, just stuff that I would use in the outdoors. Flashlights are a big thing. This one, which is even better than recommended because it does not take batteries, it's solar powered, and the sun never stops shining except at nighttime or on stormy days. Just by following these 2 simple steps, you greatly improve your chances of making it out of a situation unharmed. So please consider doing so. None of us have a crystal ball, and none of us can say for certain what disasters we may face in the future. Again, please be aware of these things and consider making a plan that works for you and your family. And also consider making a disaster bag with everything you may need, from food to water, and your first aid kit with all the medications you and a family member may need. You never know when these things are going to happen. They can happen at any time, so please do so. Please keep in mind that you should include any other items that you feel you might need until help arrives, or you can resume your normal activity. Thank you again for coming out and helping me with my communication speech. Have a safe and prepared night.